Caitlin Clark is shaking up the WNBA in ways few could have anticipated, and her latest statement about the Indiana Fever's newly appointed coach, Stephanie White, only adds to the intrigue. Known for her sharp shooting and fearless play on the court, Clark isn't one to mince words or hesitate to make her opinions known. She took this opportunity to share her thoughts about White's arrival as the Fever's head coach and how it could affect not only her own budding career, but the future of the WNBA. Her tone wasn't just one of acknowledgement or respect. There was excitement bubbling beneath her words, a sense of eagerness to see what lies ahead. For a player whose intensity is matched only by her focus, that says a lot. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Clark's influence reaches well beyond her scoring stats and impressive college career. Her magnetic personality and no-nonsense approach make her a beloved figure among fans and an intimidating one for her opponents. So, when she talks about a coaching change, especially with the energy she brings, people pay attention. She approached the topic of White's arrival with her trademark mix of sincerity and humor, expressing a curious excitement about what White's style could bring to the team and to her own development as a player. She seemed genuinely eager, as though White's presence was a puzzle piece she had been waiting for. Stephanie White, a former WNBA player herself, brings with her a practical knowledge of the league that can't be overstated. White's career, both as a player and a coach, has earned her a reputation for consistency and tactical smarts. Her coaching style is built around adaptability and maximizing player potential, something Clark recognized and openly admired. White's experiences on the court translate into a no-frills approach to coaching, one that values hard work, precision, and a solid game plan over flashy strategies or risky maneuvers. This grounded approach isn't something lost on Clark, who is known for balancing her fearless playing style with a respect for fundamentals. She's the type of player who knows the value of a strong foundation, and in White, she sees someone who not only understands that but lives it. The timing of this coaching shift seems like a perfect match for Clark's entry into the WNBA. Her statement, though peppered with her characteristic wit, made it clear that she's ready for whatever White has to throw at her. It's like she sees White as a coach who can help her harness her talents and refine her game, molding her into an even stronger player without dulling her natural edge. Clark, while confident, knows she's entering a new phase where potential alone won't cut it. White's experience in guiding players through the early phases of their careers is an invaluable asset, and Clark is fully aware of that. Clark's respect for White wasn't just in her words, but in the way she framed her expectations. Her statement hinted at an understanding that White's coaching style could bring a new layer of depth to her game. Clark has always been more than a shooter. She's a playmaker, a relentless force on both ends of the floor. And White, with her history of developing well-rounded players, seems poised to amplify that. The partnership feels like a carefully orchestrated play, with Clark positioning herself to learn and White stepping in to offer the right guidance. It's a matchup with the potential to be as impactful as any big-name duo, but without the excess hype. This is the kind of collaboration that builds champions. In her statement, Clark exuded a down-to-earth confidence, as if she understood that this pairing with White was just another step on her path, albeit a significant one. She even joked about White's no-nonsense style, calling it a perfect counterbalance to her own sometimes stubborn, always ambitious approach. Anyone who's seen Clark play knows she has a certain intensity, one that doesn't always stop at the final buzzer. White, she hinted, could be the coach to help refine that fire, focusing it to an even sharper point. It was almost like Clark was saying, "Challenge accepted," as though she relished the idea of someone with White's experience pushing her to be better. Stephanie White's view on Caitlin Clark is no less interesting. White has a knack for spotting and nurturing raw talent, and she sees something in Clark that's worth investing in. Though she didn't frame it as a challenge, White expressed an excitement to see what Clark could bring to the team, subtly acknowledging the impact a player like her can have. White's own career in the WNBA lends her a unique perspective, and her approach to coaching Clark is bound to be influenced by that understanding. She knows what it takes to thrive in the WNBA and the level of dedication needed to maintain success. White's excitement about Clark's potential isn't just lip service. It's rooted in a solid awareness of what the WNBA needs to reach its next level of popularity and competitiveness. Clark represents a new wave of players, those who combine high skill levels with engaging personalities that draw fans into the sport. White sees Clark as more than just a player. She's a face for the future of the league, and her enthusiasm suggests that she's ready to help Clark become that symbol. It's a calculated approach, one that hints at White's understanding of both basketball and business. Clark's statement left little doubt that she's fully aware of the potential impact of her partnership with White. The WNBA is evolving, drawing in a younger fan base, and players like Clark are at the center of that change. But she didn't dwell on her own influence. Rather, she talked about White's potential to guide the Fever and herself toward a winning future. Clark, who's no stranger to big moments and lofty expectations, seemed to view White's arrival as a stabilizing force. This isn't about an instant transformation, but about building something sustainable and meaningful. It's easy to see why fans are already buzzing about this dynamic duo. Clark brings the excitement, the raw, unfiltered energy that has drawn so many to the sport, while White offers a stabilizing influence, an approach rooted in experience and a clear understanding of the WNBA's demands. It's a partnership that seems poised to do more than just put wins on the board. It could redefine what it means to develop as a player in the league. Clark's style is one that thrives on freedom, but White's guidance promises a disciplined edge that could elevate her game to new heights. The partnership has implications that go beyond just the Fever or Clark's individual career. With the league's current trajectory, this pairing feels like a statement about the WNBA's future. Clark, with her passionate play and magnetic personality, has already proven herself a draw for fans, but White's influence might allow her to add layers to her game that could make her truly unstoppable. It's as though the league is signaling a new phase where potential and mentorship go hand in hand, where young players aren't just thrown into the spotlight, but are given the structure and guidance to thrive within it. Clark's humor and openness about her expectations for White's coaching style made her statement even more engaging. She acknowledged her own quirks, joking that White's even-keeled approach could be the cool water to her own fire, a balance that would keep her grounded while allowing her to keep her intensity. It's clear that Clark sees White as more than just a coach. She's a mentor who can guide her through the ups and downs of a WNBA career, helping her to keep perspective without losing her competitive edge. For Clark, the WNBA isn't just a new league. It's a new chapter, and White's arrival feels like a necessary ingredient for making the transition successful. The potential for growth, both on and off the court, is enormous. Clark isn't just focused on what White can do for her game. She's also excited about what this collaboration could mean for the Fever. She seems ready to step into a role that goes beyond scoring points. She wants to lead, to make an impact that reverberates through the team. And with White's guidance, she sees a path to making that happen. Stephanie White's perspective on Clark's arrival adds another layer to the narrative. As a former player, White understands the pressures Clark will face and the expectations that come with her level of talent. White seems prepared to help Clark navigate these challenges without losing sight of her identity as a player. White's approach is likely to focus on helping Clark develop her mental game, giving her the tools to handle both the physical demands and the psychological pressures of professional basketball. It's an approach rooted in practicality, one that values steady growth over quick fixes. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.